Come on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's another day, great day in the bull market. I'm going to give some time for folks to get in. We got some interesting Elon Musk news to discuss. Elon pumping meme coins again, specifically Dogecoin. Craig Wright getting hammered by the judge. Craig Wright, the scammer. Lawrence Bronson. Hey, how are you, man? Good to have you. We'll give a couple more minutes for folks to get in. Bitcoin cooling down a bit here. We're going to talk about that. It's actually a healthy sign. Van Palmer, bless up. Welcome, Van. Christian Werner, how are you? Geody, I'm going to call you Geo. Hi, bro. Hi, Geo. Coming in from XRP Degen. Good afternoon. How are you, man? Welcome. Welcome in. Got lots to talk about. Elon pumping Dogecoin. Craig Wright getting smacked by the judge. Meme coins continue to move. And crypto adoption just continues, guys. It's just continuing across the globe. We'll give another minute for more folks to come on in. Bud Doe, if I'm saying that right. Welcome. Another great day in the bull market, folks. Daniela, welcome, Danielle. Van, he says, do you have, Tony, have you done any homework on Tau? Not yet, not yet. Still got to do some work there. Jacob, welcome. All right, folks, welcome to the Thinking Crypto podcast live stream. I'll be doing more of these live streams as the bull market continues because it's just fun. You know, doing a live stream in a bear market is not fun. Right? It's kind of depressing. But, you know, as the prices are going up and we're seeing gains, it's good to talk about the bull market and what's happening. It's exciting times. So I'll be doing these more often. Maybe Mondays and Thursdays is the magic number. I don't know, or the magic days, but we'll figure it out. All right, let's look at the market here, guys. Bitcoin cooling down a little bit. That's a healthy sign. It's currently close to 71,000, hovering and bouncing around between 70 to 72. And if you look at the daily chart, you see a red candle forming, but we've seen that on the way up. Bitcoin will pump, cool down, move sideways. You'll see some small red candles, and then it can keep going upwards. Obviously, Bitcoin, I do think, is due for some sort of pullback, but I just don't know at what price point. It could be at 75. It could be right now, right? We are possibly in the pullback phase, or it pulls back at 80 or 90, whatever that local top is. But we see the liquidity is making its way through the market. Meme coins continue to improve. Solana is pumping. It's up at $168, but Dogecoin and all these other meme coins continue to move upward. So the liquidity will eventually make its way to other altcoin categories. So we just have to be patient. But like I said, though, Bitcoin still on track to new highs this year, possibly a blow off top this year. Let me share here what Rect Capital is showing about that danger zone, folks. And this is what I'm talking about. Not the bull market being over, but just a local top. So be prepared for that. Nothing to be scared of. Just be prepared. Because if you're looking to take profits soon, or you're looking to enter the market, you know, this is a zone you want to pay attention to. So he said here, Bitcoin is slowly approaching the danger zone, which is the orange area. where historical pre-halving retraces have begun. Historically, Bitcoin has performed pre-halving retraces 14 to 28 days before the halving. Currently, Bitcoin is 33 days away from the halving. So Bitcoin could potentially go up to 80K, hit that local top, and then correct. But that's, once again, a healthy pullback, a healthy correction on the way up to new highs. So we pull back, we build some support levels, and then we keep going up to higher highs. That's, I think, highly probable. But look, what we've been seeing lately with the buying of Bitcoin from the ETFs, Bitcoin could just keep going up with very small pullbacks, nothing significant. So we'll just have to wait and see, but just be prepared for all scenarios. As an informed investor, you want to make sure you're prepared for all scenarios and look at what is the likelihood of each scenario playing out. And then, as we've been talking about, the buying continues. Look at this chart, folks, comparing BlackRock's IBIT ETF Bitcoin holdings to MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor have been buying gradually over the years. And look at BlackRock's line on the chart here. That's incredible. This is such an incredible chart. It's like something you want to study for a while because it's so fascinating. And this is just BlackRock. This is not including the other 9 ETFs. So pretty incredible. Now, the altcoins, Rect Capital also showed the altcoin market cap chart, and we know the altcoins follow Bitcoin's move. Bitcoin is the lead dog. It's the rising tide that lifts all boats. So he says here, altcoin market cap has made history. Not only has it weekly closed above the red $350 billion resistance right here, but it also turned into new support as well. So great, guys. And once again, this is important, right? We have these moves up, then sometimes a slowdown, a slight pullback in consolidation, but we're building supports, right? We are building a higher plateau, a foundation to go to the higher prices. So that's important. So these are the data points you want to be looking at as an investor to know, where are we in the cycle? How much more upside do we potentially have in the cycle for altcoins, Bitcoin, and so forth? So really, really good, insightful data here. Now, it's MemeCoin mania, folks. I'm gonna play the clip here from Elon. Elon is pumping Doge again. I mean, it's incredible, man. He does this every bull market cycle, it seems like. He pops out of nowhere and then he starts talking about Dogecoin. And we know Tesla stopped accepting Bitcoin. He did say that once Bitcoin hit 50% renewable energy mining, they would accept Bitcoin again. We'll see if he keeps his word. But let me play the clip here, what he had to say about Tesla accepting Dogecoin. And let me see if I can pull it up here for you guys. Okay, here we go. I'll get the sound going.
When can you buy a Tesla with Dogecoin? Well, at some point, I think we should enable that. You can buy Tesla Mocha with Doge, which is cool. So Dogecoin to the moon. In fact, a lot of people maybe don't know the reason that I actually ended up sort of, somewhat endorsing Dogecoin was when I was walking around the factory at Tesla. Some people who were just, they were working the line, like not rich people or anything, and they said, "Can you please support Doge?" And then also, I was at SpaceX and also just, walking the factory, and some regular guys just said, "Hey, can you support Doge?" And I was like, you know what? Doge is the people's crypto, so I will support it. Because lots of rich people were supporting Bitcoin, but I was like, but the people in the line want me to support Doge, I will support Doge. So Doge is for you.
So there you have it, Elon. He continues to pump Dogecoin. I don't know what to make of it, but his thesis is, as you guys heard, he wants to support Doge because it's the cryptocurrency of the people. talking about Bitcoin is more being used by the whales and institutions. So on that front, I kind of understand where he's coming from. But at the same time, I'm not the biggest fan of meme coins. I'm not hating. It's just they are so risky. They're like going to the casino and gambling. It's the riskiest as a segment of the crypto industry. So just be careful. If you're making money off of meme coins, God bless. I'm happy for you, but just be careful. But guys, this is a sign of the bull market is here. Elon is back. He's talking about Dogecoin, and he's like, Tesla is going to enable Dogecoin payments or receive payments with Doge at some point, most likely this year, because we are back in the bull market. And last time we were in a bull market, 2020, 2021, Elon was talking about Bitcoin. He put Bitcoin in his profile. Tesla was accepting Bitcoin. He went on SNL, and that was the peak of the market, right? So just be careful. Elon is like the contrarian indicator. So be careful out there, guys. But this is interesting. And like I said, meme coins continue to go crazy. So let's look at what are the top trending coins on social media, because this is a metric that can give you an indication of what's happening with price, what's happening with adoption, and what may be taking off and so forth. And the data is from Sentiment, who's a great partner of the channel. And for some reason it's not loading here for me. Let me try to reload that for you guys so we can take a look at this data. There's actually a great amount of metrics and data sets on this platform, and I'll be putting together more reports and sharing more of them as I go through them and understand them better. But for some reason, it doesn't want to work a load here for me, guys. Maybe they're very busy right now. A lot of people using the platform. Yeah, that social that social trends report is not loading. Let me try to refresh here really quick. Come on, Sentiment. Come on. Ah, there we go. Just a little bit of lag. Oh, wait. Maybe they're doing an update or something. Ah, here we go. All right, guys. Updated 11 minutes ago. Here's the data from Sentiment, the top trending tokens on social media. So we got Ethereum, of course, trending because of the Denkin upgrade that went live. And everybody's talking about it right now. So right now it has highly positive sentiment at 51.8%. Solana coming in at number 2. No surprise. Solana has been pumping. As we highlighted, it's at $168. High positive sentiment as well. BNB has also been pumping, so high positive sentiment at number 3. Bitcoin at number 4. Dog with hat, folks. Here's your meme coins. It is at number 5 here with over 63% positive sentiment. Blocknet. I don't know what this is, but it has negative sentiment. 45%, and negative sentiment. Positive is only at 37, neutral at 17. Floki, another meme coin, but it has positive sentiment going for it. Oops, for some reason my mouse is not working here. Near is coming in at number 8. It's positive to negative sentiment ratio, not that great. Doge, I'm surprised Doge is not higher after that Elon Musk statement. But Doge, its positive sentiment is pretty good. Avo, I'm saying that right? Avio, Avo. It is at number 10 here. I've never heard of that. But those are the top coins that are trending on social media, folks. All right. Now let's talk about Craig Wright, or Craig has been wrong. Craig wrong, because he keeps getting hammered in court. He got smacked down by the judge. Craig Wright, not Satoshi, didn't author the Bitcoin white paper, judge rules. So COPA took Craig Wright to court last month to secure a ruling that he wasn't the pseudonymous creator of the world's largest digital asset, which is Bitcoin, in an effort to prevent him from suing other developers or claiming intellectual property rights over technology. So Craig actually has a bunch of patents. He keeps claiming he's Satoshi, and he took another massive loss. So after finding that the evidence was overwhelming, the judge said he plans to write a ruling that Wright is not Nakamoto, is not the creator of Bitcoin and the author of the Bitcoin white paper, nor the creator of Bitcoin's technology. This guy is such a clown. I mean, I wish he would just go away. Dude, get out of here. And by the way, for those of you who don't know what COPA stands for, it means Crypto Open Patent Alliance. It includes Coinbase, MicroStrategy, and a bunch of other crypto companies and leaders in the crypto space, many on the Bitcoin technology side. So another massive loss for this clown, Craig Wright. Here's what Paul Grewal of Coinbase had to say. Enough of this. The honorable court has resolved this farce once and for all. Apologize, Mr. Wright, to every developer, builder, and Bitcoin community member whom you harassed and bullied with your lies and false demands. Apologize now. I don't think Craig's going to apologize. I have a weird feeling that he's not going to go away. He's not going to stop because I feel that this is fun for him or something like that. It's so weird, guys. Now, Elanor Tar of Fox Business highlighted the following. She says, now that COPA versus Wright is over, the next important court decisions we're awaiting are the Custodia Bank, that's Caitlin Long, versus the Federal Reserve, and the SEC versus Coinbase. I hope both of them take massive wins. Coinbase versus the SEC would be a massive win for the industry, folks. She says here, if a judge rules in favor of Custodia, it will be a massive industry win for crypto, and Caitlin Long will become known as the woman who took on the Fed and won. So, folks, let's hope that we see some victories here. These are two big cases. Custodia Bank, of course, is a very crypto-focused bank, and the Fed trying to block them because they're actually trying to not do like fractionalized banking, but do like have the actual funds. And it's incredible that the Fed is trying to block this, but you know, they're trying to block all crypto disruptors right now. The government they're still trying to catch up. They're trying to let these big banks like JP Morgan catch up, which are getting disrupted. And this is why Jamie Dimon and Elizabeth Warren, Gary Gensler, and all these people are so riled up by crypto. They're speaking negatively about it. They're putting out false information and bills, right? Here's another example. Let me move ahead here. That Ryan Selkis of Masari shared about Elizabeth Warren. He said this Wall Street Journal article drops the same day that Biden releases $10 billion to Iran. This is Liz Warren's handiwork. Deflect from this administration's disastrous foreign policy failures and blame crypto. Now, remember, the last time the Wall Street Journal did something about Hamas and crypto, they used false data, right? And people from the Treasury came out and said it was wrong. Elizabeth Warren did not retract anything. She did not apologize. So we got a fight on our hands, and we got to, kick these people out. It's incredible what's happening. But nevertheless, guys, crypto continues to get global adoption. Here's what Bloomberg's reporting. South Africa will license approximately 60 Bitcoin and crypto platforms by the end of the month. So across the globe, we're seeing on-ramps being built. We're seeing mergers and acquisitions. We're seeing crypto regulations being put into place. And, just this past week, we were discussing the London, or the UK, I should say, looking to launch a Bitcoin ETF following the US. There's also talks of Hong Kong looking to do the same thing. So as these ETFs get launched worldwide, they're going to suck up the Bitcoin supply. And then we know Bitcoin is the starting point. There will be Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, altcoin basket ETFs as well. And with capital coming in from across the globe, you can imagine what that's going to do for the price, especially the fact that many of these coins are hard capped. They have a limited supply. And obviously, Bitcoin is a great example of that. So you have this supply and demand economics that plays out in a supply shock as well. So incredible stuff that's happening, folks. Very bullish times ahead. Like I said, though, Bitcoin cooling down right now. We got to be patient. Even for those of you holding altcoins, we got to wait for the liquidity to move from meme coins over to other altcoin categories. I know that sounds weird, especially if you're new to the market, but it's just money moving from different sets of coins, and then eventually makes it to maybe the coin that you're holding. No guarantee, but like for example, I'm waiting, for example, Cardano and XRP to move. They haven't really moved, based on their retracements for this cycle. So I think liquidity will eventually hit them from the meme coins to XRP and Cardano. But like I said, no guarantees. All right, I want to answer some questions here for you guys. Let's do some Q&A. More Monkey Business says, what happened with the proper party? You talking about the Ripple proper party? Is that what you're talking about? Because that happened. What was it? Last year? I can't remember when it happened. Van Palmer says, memes on the hyped blockchain make bank. When the tide is high, all boats rise. Yeah, Van, you're right. And my point is, if you're making money off of it and you know what you're doing, you know how to read the charts and look at the retracements, all power to you. But a lot of people don't. They just blindly jump into altcoins, and it's like, be careful out there, man. It's not something to play around, because you can get wrecked significantly. So Dogecoin here hasn't really done its full retracement yet, so it still has ways to go. So we are still early in this bull market, folks. Look at that, right? This is just coming off of the bear market bottoms. Can't talk. So let's take a look at something here. Whoa, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Did I select the wrong one here? So if you take a look at that, nowhere near its retracement level. And obviously, we got ways to go to break the old all-time high, right? So this is Dogecoin, by the way. This is the Dogecoin chart. So we got to be patient, folks. It's still early. And I know there are some like top signals indicators popping up, like Elon Musk, right? But remember, these things happen in phases. So this is where you got to pay attention to the charts and liquidity and what's happening. The Crypto Jedi says Cellframe is not a meme coin. I have never heard of Cellframe. Juka says, how about Elon's XAI Grok? I haven't really tested that. I have to test that. Van Palmer says Wyoming stablecoin. Wyoming launched the stablecoin. Let me see here. That would be pretty fascinating. Or they have like stablecoin legislation or something. Van, if you can provide more information on that. Mark Ames says, what is this I hear about Ripple dumping XRP for Bitcoin and ETH? Mark, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know where I've been heard anything like that. So if you have actual facts or news, please share them in the chat if you can. Let's refresh here and see what else is happening. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at the DXY as an indicator as to what we can expect next for risk assets. So I was telling you guys Bitcoin is cooling down, but look at the DXY, a big green candle here, right? So the DXY and both risk assets and like Bitcoin and altcoins, they're going to cool down if the DXY is moving the opposite direction. So that's an indicator there. You guys can all go on TradingView and take a look at any point. What's the DXY doing? Is it going up? Because then assets are usually going to start to cool down and go down. Or is it continuing to go down and assets will move up? So right now, DXY is showing a little bit of strength here on the daily chart. So this doesn't mean it's bouncing to go up. I think it still has ways to go down. And that's very bullish for Bitcoin and other risk assets. So we got to be patient, folks. Another indicator people look at is the NASDAQ. We know the NASDAQ has broken all-time highs already. And right now still consolidating. So in line with what the DXY is doing. It's cooling down. The DXY is moving up. So a great data point for you guys to check at any point. Go to TradingView. It's free. And I'm sharing this knowledge so that you guys can do this on your own as well. And just continue to learn. Look, I'm by no means any type of great technical analyst, but you can follow other people like Alessio Rastani, blockchain backer, and other great guys who are doing great analysis. But I look at different folks to get different point of views, because no one person is right all the time, and that's okay. We're human beings, and we're not going to get everything right all the time. So don't just look at my channel, look at other channels, so that you can be a more informed investor. There's maybe things I'm going to miss, and there's things I'm going to get right that other people are not going to get right. It just happens, and this is why you subscribe to different folks. You learn, you go and play around with the charts on TradingView to help understand what's happening. Jacob says here, what can you say about Core? So I'm assuming you're talking about Corium. I do hold some Corium tokens. I think it could do well this cycle. It's a new token, so there's not much of a history per se to base things off of. The total supply is pretty good, at just over 545 million dollars. Guys, today I can't talk for some reason. Maybe because I haven't had my coffee this morning. But yeah, there's not too much historical data here to go off of. When it launched, it was about like 70 cents in 2022. So, I think it could break that this cycle. I do have some Corium tokens in my portfolio, but obviously it's down significantly from its all-time high. But that was at the launch point in the middle of the bull market. So, well, I should say not really the middle of the bull market, the tail end of the bull market, but there's still a lot of liquidity. So we got to be patient. So that to answer your question, Jacob. Crypto Jedi says the LCX, hoping LCX to pump again soon. XRP New Zealand said Flare will give Doge utility. Yeah, XRP New Zealand, I agree with that. Some utility there, but there's layers to these coins, and there's the speculation layer, right, where liquidity flows on Bitcoin, so coins move because of that. Then there's the narratives on top of that, so that's utility, like you're saying. So if you have liquidity flowing down to a coin and it has a lot of utility narratives and usage narratives, then that's great. And then you got like the network effects of Elon Musk and social media and a lot of visibility. That's another layer. A lot of people talking about something. So you got to make sure you segment the market and look at what are the different layers. Is this coin getting visibility? Is it getting adoption and utility? And does it have good tokenomics that when the liquidity flows from Bitcoin down to the altcoins, it can rise, right? So these are things to look at. Amir says, hi, Tony. I am sick of these meme coins as money is filtered down from Bitcoin. Meme coins are now taking money away from utility tokens, and this cheeses me off. I think you meant pisses me off, but do you agree? Amir, here's the thing. You can try to fight the wind or move with it. Right? If you're in a boat or something along those lines. So I hope you understand my analogy. We can't change that. That's the market. That's the nature of markets, right? And we can't stop the liquidity. It is what it is. So you really have to exercise patience and you have to diversify. I've been saying for years, diversify, diversify, diversify. So an example, I hold Bitcoin, I hold Ethereum. As Bitcoin's been rising, my portfolio is rising with it. Right? My portfolio looks good. I hold some Solana. So as Solana has been rising, my portfolio is increasing. I hold XRP and Cardano. Those have not been rising significantly as Bitcoin and Solana. So they're laggards, but I do believe they will run, but there's no guarantee. So this is why I diversify, so that if some of my horses in the race don't do as well, others are making me money. And that's very important when it comes to investing. So just keep that in mind. And while I've said many times, I'm not the biggest meme coin fan. Unfortunately, this is the market, right? We can't stop it. So it is what it is. And you see the retail crowd comes in and they love meme coins, and Elon Musk, of course, doesn't help that with him talking about Dogecoin and so forth. But you see that these meme coins are trending on social media. People are talking about it. They're excited about it. In fact, I think I saw these Dogecoin Millionaire guy today. He actually did a what do you call it? Oh yeah, Slum Doge Millionaire. So look what he did today. He did a tweet where it was, you have to subscribe to get access to his meme coin strategy. Let's see, where is it, man? I thought I saw it this morning. But he's a guy who became a millionaire off Dogecoin, right? But it was by luck. It wasn't like any type of strategy. So just be careful out there, folks. Meme coins are the riskiest part of the crypto market. And I'm not saying you can't make money. I'm not saying you can't trade it if you know what you're doing, but just be careful. You may throw a bit of money to it. It looks like, oh, so he has some Floki. He wants to become a Floki millionaire. Good luck to you, man. His wallet is at $618,000. Let's see. Okay, so he has a ton of meme coins. He's making money. So I'm not mad at him for making money. I'm happy for him. If you're making money, I'm happy for you. But this is the market, and unfortunately, it is what it is. So and like I said, Elon's back talking about Doge, and that Tesla is about to accept it. All right, let's see some more questions you guys got. Jay Fizzlestein says, "Is this time different?" Jay, great question. We are seeing Bitcoin ahead of schedule. So there is something different this time. However, what we see in the market can surprise us, right? The same way it surprised us going up ahead of schedule, pumping ahead of the halving. It could surprise us and dump and then self-regulate and put us back on track. You just don't know what the market's going to do. So you want to be prepared for all scenarios and have a plan and write it down. Right now, though, Bitcoin moving ahead of the halving this way is different. As far as the entire crypto bull market being different, I'm not sure yet. I see here Anti-Gubernator says, replying to Amir, get some meme coins if you want to make more money, if profiting is your goal. Look, Anti, that's not bad advice. Just I would add, make sure you are aware where specifically we are in the cycle. That's important. So let's say I pull up Doge again for you guys. Okay, so based off its all-time highs, Doge still has ways to go. So one could argue it's probably safe to enter here because we're just a little bit off the lows from the bear market. Not financial advice, not guaranteed. Remember, none of this is guaranteed. No one has a crystal ball. But if everything goes according to plan, if you take a position here, you still got ways to go to even make some money for the retracement, but also as we head later into the market to hit new all-time highs. Now, there's a bunch of things to take into consideration, such as tokenomics. How many tokens have been released on Doge? What's the supply change since the last bull market? All these things have to be taken into consideration. So this is why I'm saying do your research and know what's happening. But like Pepe has been ripping too, another meme coin. I mean, just look at that. That's ridiculous, man. Now, Pepe doesn't have the history, right? Because it's a fairly new coin that popped up in 2023. So you have to be careful with Pepe because there's no historical chart to do any type of major analysis. Now, you could say, hey, this bull market is still not at its maturity yet, so I could hop. I could hop. Don't hump Pepe. I could hop into the market and still make a good return. And for example, this is where it goes back to the data. The chart I showed earlier, the total crypto market cap for altcoins has not even retraced to the former all-time high. And of course, we're expecting higher highs. So one could surmise that, hey, it's still a decent time to enter and be patient and wait for the liquidity to flow and for the bull market to really heat up to make a return. But I keep saying, not guaranteed. I know people want guarantees and certainties, but there aren't any when it comes to invest. So you have to make sure you're risk averse. Don't put your life savings, don't put your retirement into this. Put the money you're willing to lose into these investments. So just be careful. Jacob says, I was told that AI token will pump massively this season. Jacob, I don't know if you saw my video from December 2022. I said AI was going to be a strong narrative in this upcoming bull market cycle. I took a bet on Render and FET, and those did so well for me. I made some nice money off of FET. And I think AI is a strong narrative for sure. XRP New Zealand says, what happens when Bitcoin is totally mined? How do transaction fees work? So great question. The miners will continue to process transactions and make their fees off of that, even though they're not, mining new Bitcoin and so forth. So that's going to continue. The Crypto Jedi says, the Pepe has utility. It takes your money and gives it to someone else. Oh man. Let's see here. Walter Everett says, thank you. What's the difference between ETF and ETP? Do you know? Walter, that's a great question. I remember reading up on that and interviewing some people. ETPs, I've noticed, have been a language that's used outside the US, just in similar, in layman's terms. And the ETF is something that's used in the US, but there is a difference, ETF versus ETP. Okay, so exchange traded funds, ETFs, are a specific type of ETP that tracks an underlying index. So it looks like ETFs are, they fit under exchange traded products. And ETCs also are in there, and ETNs. So the banner overall for any type of exchange traded product or fund, it will be ETPs, exchange traded products. That's the category. And then the different types: exchange traded funds, exchange traded commodities, and exchange traded notes. But what I've noticed, like I said, is that ETP language is more used, I've seen in the UK and Europe, but that could just be something I overlooked. But Investopedia is telling me that's the structure of it. So hope that helps. H Yang says, I have a crystal ball and I know XRP is going to the moon. H Yang, I would just say, yes, I'm bullish on XRP. I hold it. I'm swing trading it. I bought some at 55 cents and I'm going to sell. I put my sell target at $1.35 at the, what do you call it? At the 618. Let me pull it up here. Yeah. So I'm looking to sell at, the 618. And just for my swing trade bag, my long-term hold bag, I want new all-time highs. And fingers crossed, guys, that we can get to maybe $5 and higher this cycle. You know, if you get to like the 2.618 or the 3.618, $6 or higher. We don't know. We just don't know, but we'll have to wait and see, right? But don't put all your eggs in one basket. Just remember that. Diversify. Like I said, I hold Bitcoin. I have Ethereum. Those have been doing well and obviously doing well for my portfolio. The AI tokens I bought, Fetch and Render, have been doing well for me. So, Anna, Coexist Crypto says, usually listen to the podcast. Live is fun. Thanks, Tony, and those with fun jokes. Well, thanks, Anna. I appreciate it. Law says, why do you care when the last of Bitcoin will be mine? You'll be dead over. Yeah. No, Law, that was a question someone asked about, with the fees and so forth. But, Law, I think if you're planning to hand some Bitcoin or crypto down to your kids or through inheritance, like I am planning to give my daughter some crypto, like for example, Bitcoin, there's some Bitcoin I'm not selling. I'm just giving to her. And, something to think about. Ads Graham says, hey, Tony, love everything you've done for crypto, man. Don't become a TA guy. You are so good at news and seeing things from a strategic perspective. I appreciate that. Yeah, by no means, guys, I am not some TA guy. I know enough to be dangerous. And the reason why I was forced to learn this, because I want to make money. I lost money in earlier, like 2017, in previous bull markets. And I'm like, what am I missing? What's the knowledge I'm missing? How can I become a more educated, informed investor? And then in addition to looking at fundamentals and the macro and the news, I had to learn what the hell is happening on the charts, because they are an important item. And some people will say, show me the charts and I'll tell you the news, right? So I'm by no means am I an expert. There are better people out there. I mentioned like Alessio Rastani, blockchain backer, many other folks who are good, Bob Lucas, and so forth. So I follow those guys and I learn a lot from them, but I need to learn this for myself. It's like Inception, right? I need to be able to read these charts and at least understand what's happening from a high level so that I can make informed decisions when it comes to investing in crypto, even stocks as well. It has really helped me with investing in stocks like I invest in Tesla, invest in Coinbase's stock as well. I've made money off of those. So like Tesla's on a downward trend here. I could do some light analysis on it to see what's happening, how far down we may go. And I'll be taking a position and then watch it bounce from there, right? But like I've been saying, guys, right now, everything, Bitcoin, I should say, the lead dog Bitcoin is cooling down. NASDAQ is cooling down right now because the DXY is finding some strength on the daily. But I do believe the DXY is in a downtrend and will continue to go down. And then Bitcoin will continue its journey. And so will the stock market, the NASDAQ, which Bitcoin is highly correlated to. All these will start moving up. But you never know. You never know what could happen. Always keep in the back of your mind, even though we're doing all these things, black swan event or something happens and it corrects further. But that's okay. When you have a macro view, when you're looking at quarterly, yearly, and so forth, it doesn't matter. It broke down. All right, I'll hold on to it and wait for it to go back up. But that's where patience comes in. Now, obviously, if you need the money, you got to liquidate, right? It is what it is. But if you're like, you know what? Hey, I'm not going to panic. I'm not moving by emotions. I look at the charts. Markets we've seen have had big corrections. But what did they keep doing? Moving upwards. Why? Because the fiat money currency system is why. They keep inflating it. They keep debasing it. And asset prices rise because of that. These are the foundational principles you have to keep in the back of your mind and zoom out. 2000 dot-com bubble, 2020 COVID crash, all that stuff, 2008, all those crashes, right? It is what it is. They happen. But you buy the blood on the streets, hold, sell at the top. And even if you entered the wrong time, just be patient. Unless you need to liquidate, just be patient and let the markets ride back up. And the way you can reduce your overall portfolio entry level is the dollar cost average at the bottoms. So let's say you bought here at the peak, right? On the NASDAQ as an example, or even let's do Bitcoin because I think that would be a better example. So let's say you came in the market and you bought at $69,000. Ouch. And then it started dumping. Well, if you lay aside your emotions and you start accumulating here, it averages out your portfolio, as far as your entry price, and allows you to rebalance the portfolio a bit to be able to make good returns. So as the market rebounds. So once again, investment principles that everybody needs to learn, and you got to check your emotions at the door because the markets can take you for a ride, right? From a greed standpoint as well as a fear standpoint. And you got to control both, because when this market starts ripping again, people are going to get super euphoric. Prices of meme coins and XRP and this coin and that coin is going to rip, but you got to stick to a plan to take your profits, right? Cash out, leave your emotions at the door. Walter Everett says, love your channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Walter. H. Yang says, your video this morning about suing the SEC and the bad actors in our government, do you think this is a good idea to sue them, and can we win? That's a great question. So H. Yang is talking about my interview with Haley Lennon, who is part of a law firm called Brown Rudnick. They represent a lot of the crypto companies in the industry and those who were bankrupt in the previous bear market. And one of the questions I asked her was, can we as crypto investors sue the SEC and the government for damages? She said it's possible, but it's, the problem is the logistics of it. How do you bring all these people together? And executing something like that may be very costly. So she was saying maybe going through an advocacy group like the Blockchain Association or the the Chamber of Digital Commerce would be the way. But it's possible. It's just the execution and who will help lead this. Leo Brazil Crypto says, knowledge, research, and patience are the key to keep you on track and not fall down. Absolutely. Knowledge is power, guys. More you know about this market, more you know about what's happening in the charts, it's important. Skip that TV show, skip that Netflix show, and take 10 hours or whatever it is and read up. There are books on this. There are courses. read up on, you don't, once again, you don't have to be an expert technical analysis, but you need to understand the fundamentals so that you can take a look at these things and have an idea what's happening. And it will also allow you to validate what people on YouTube or podcasts are saying. You can say, hey, Tony, you're wrong, or Tony, you're right, because you have a foundational knowledge about these things. And that's important, right? And in different aspects of life, you want to make sure you are educated about certain things so that people don't scam you and that people are not lying. You know when people are lying to you. Tim Mew says, Ladies Army, let's go. I'm not sure what that is. Ladies Army? Scott Waddington says, oh, give me a break. Crypto is and has always been an invest at your own risk, suing the government because of your choices BS. Well, Scott, I think in context of the Ripple lawsuit, what Haley and I spoke about, it wasn't the market correcting and you losing gains. The SEC issued a lawsuit which caused the price and value to go down, and they haven't provided clear regulations. So that's the context, Scott. Not that the market just pulled back or there's a bear market, but rather the SEC and some of these government agencies are the catalysts that drove the price down. Let's see here. Jacob says, can you please list 4 to 5 AI tokens that will do well as do my own research on them? Jacob, I can only talk about FET and Render. Those are the 2 I've done my research. I have not gone beyond that because 1, I don't want to spread myself too thin, and 2, I'm running out of funds to invest because I have my tokens that I'm dollar cost averaging into, but then the AI tokens, I can only do so many, right? Scott says, are we suing Elon for his tweets? No, Elon is a private person. The government, it takes my tax dollars. So that's the difference. Chris Fogg says, do you think the Bitcoin ETFs will remove some of the volatility from Bitcoin? Chris, I think so. But here's something that I am also thinking about. When we hit the euphoric peak of this market, and we know ETFs, the portfolios rebalance, right? Will they start selling off some of that Bitcoin? I don't know how many people are in it for long term. So what will these RIAs and wealth managers do? I do think it takes some of the volatility away, but I don't think it takes away all of it. And we'll have to wait and see. Keep in mind that Bitcoin is a truly global asset, and these crypto assets are truly global. For example, certain people in the world can't access Tesla stock, but they can access crypto, right? You don't have to be accredited. You just have to have internet connection. And there's tons of on-ramps being built for crypto around the globe. So we'll see. We'll see. There might be some volatility taken away, but we have to wait and see what happens at the peak of this market and then into the bear market. Who sells off? 100 Air says, I love the volatility. Yeah, look, 100 Air, it allows you to make really nice profits if you know what you're doing. Some people use leverage. I don't use leverage, but I do swing trade. So, for example, let's see. Let's use Bitcoin. So as Bitcoin's been running up, right? Let's see here in January 2024, it started correcting, right? Off of hitting 49,000. You could have taken a position here at the 39,000 price point, and then when it swung back up to 52 or even here, sell it and make a nice swing return. That's just a very simple example, but you can use the volatility to your advantage to swing trade. So I have a long-term hold bag that I'm selling at all-time highs, and then I have a bag that I swing trade. So that's how I've been making money. Leo says, if you still don't understand why XRP is that low when a lot of other coins are flying, rewind the tape to see the whole story again. You will catch it. Yeah, look, part of it is just the liquidity flow. As I was stating, even Cardano has not done a retracement yet, right? Cardano hasn't really moved. XRP and Cardano are a bit of laggards this cycle. Now, we still got ways to go in the bull market, But right now, meme coins are the ones that are ripping. It's incredible. And like I said, Elon is starting his meme coin tour, or his Dogecoin tour now, talking about Tesla's going to accept Dogecoin. So I played the clip earlier. All right, guys, we're probably going to wrap up in about 10 minutes at 1 o'clock because it'll be an hour. XRP Slave says, what is swing trading? I have heard the term. So swing trading, XRP Slave, is swing trading on the let me get out of this thing. It's swing trading on a short term. It could be monthly, quarterly. So I gave the example, buying into the volatility. So if you know, for example, we are in a uptrend, right? Using Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin's going to correct along the way. So you buy those dips along the way and then sell when it rips. So, buy the dips, sell the rips is a simple way of putting it. So like I said, we saw Bitcoin run up here. And if you're tracking the charts using different Elliott waves and Fibonacci, you can say, oh, this is a local top. So it's going to correct. It's going to pull back. So here, Bitcoin pulled back. You could have bought here at, let's say, 39, 40. And then when it ripped up to 50, sold and made a nice profit. You can do that with altcoins and get, bigger returns, of course. But that's just a simple example. But you really need to understand the charts. That's the important part. You shouldn't just do that blindly. If you don't know what's happening on the charts, you can get wrecked. Now, the great thing about swing trading is I've not always gotten it right. I've gotten majority of the times right, but the times I didn't get it right, I just held the crypto put it in my long-term hold bag. So I'm not losing out, per se. And once again, I'm not investing the money I have to use to pay my mortgage or, or my life savings or anything. So I can sleep at night. So just it's important to understand those things. 100 Air says, swing trading is what swingers do. Folks, please hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, please support. Also check out our sponsors, Uphold, BitGo, VeChain. All the links will be in the description. JS says, Doge, Bitcoin, ETH are the only cryptos that will be trusted in the long run. I mean, JS, we'll have to wait and see, right? People said at one point AOL was going to be the trusted search engine and so forth in the early days of the internet. There was pets.com and so forth, but that didn't pan out, right? So we have to wait and see. It's hard to tell sometimes because you never know what the future holds. Now, we could say, hey, some coin has is an early adopter, has a good reach, has good partnership. So it looks like it has lasting potential and you can make your bets on that. But we'll see. Will meme coins still be a thing 10 years from now? Maybe. I don't know. Hundred Air says, been following you for a while now. Didn't know you did live streams. Yeah, 100 Air. So as the bull market heated up, I decided to start doing live streams because there's lots to talk about. It's exciting. In the bear market, it's not fun. No one wants to watch the prices go down. Imagine doing a live stream in this segment of the market. That's brutal, right? Bankruptcies, all kinds of things happening. It's not fun, but we're on the rise. We're in an uptrend. We're in a bull market, so it's fun. Everybody's in better mood and all these things. Van Palmer says, GameFi, GambleFi, AI, DeSci, and DEX is most bullish on. Yeah, those are great categories. I think GameFi is going to be a big one. I actually have an interview coming up with Block Lords. I'll be publishing soon. That's going to that covers GameFi, games on the blockchain with tokens, folks. Scott, thank you, Scott, for joining. We're going to wrap up soon. I appreciate you. Jacob says Fetch. Yeah, Fetch.ai, Render as well. Let me pull those up so you guys know. These are the two AI tokens I took a big bet on, and they paid off significantly. Fetch.ai. And once again, I did my research. I didn't blindly just jump into it. Important to note, right? So FET has been ripping, man. I sold some when I hit a 536% return. So I had to take profits off the table. And then Render is another token. That's been doing well. I haven't really, did I sell some render? I may have taken some profits on render, but I still hold a good amount. So that's been ripping and doing well. So this is why you diversify, folks. And remember, not everything will be a winner. Not everything will be a winner. But, you know, you're hoping that the horses that are winners, you know, those make you enough money to cover any losses or any low ROIs you may get on some other tokens, right? It's important to diversify. I am not a maximalist for any token. I diversified. So that's my philosophy, and that has worked out for me. And I listen to other investors outside of crypto, how they approach equities and different things. So important to keep a balance, folks. So we're going to wrap up soon. But like I said, DXY forming a strong green candle here on the daily. Seeing Bitcoin cool down here. It's got its red candle on the daily. Makes sense. NASDAQ as well, cooling down. So we got to be patient. And once again, that liquidity is flowing from Bitcoin to altcoins and specifically meme coins. So let's see what Elon decides to do, you know, as far as when Tesla is going to accept Doge as for payments, and will it accept Bitcoin again for payments as Elon promised. Maybe you guys can all tweet at him. Elon, when, dude? When are you going to accept it? But Elon's back. That's confirmation. We are in a bull market. If you weren't confident as yet. Van Palmer says, Tony, the bear market is when we need to build to get ready for the bull run. Yeah, absolutely. Van, I've learned my lesson. And like, for example, am I buying anything right now? No, I've actually been taking profits because I bought when everybody else was scared, when it was bloody. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been accumulating over the years, right? I've been here since 2016. But like in November through December 2022, I was buying. As hard as that was, watching FTX collapse, watching people being scared, watching all the FUD, I was buying, folks. That has paid off already. For Bitcoin that I bought, for the AI tokens I bought. So I hope you guys who are new to the market understand that. You're going against the herd. You're going against Jim Cramer. You're going against the fear. Oh my God, it's all going to zero. It's the end of the world. And once you've been here multiple cycles, you see these narratives pop up. Bearish narratives that pop up in the bear market and the bullish narratives that appear in the bull market. So you want to be buying that blood on the streets and selling the euphoric top. So now we don't always get the exact bottom or the exact top, but you want to be in the zone, at the top zone and in the bottom zone, buying in the bottom zone, selling in the top zone, walking away with profit. As long as you're walking away with money, you're making money, you are winning, because not a lot of people are able to do that. Many just, oh, I saw Elon on Saturday Night Live. Let me go buy Doge at the top, right? So just be careful out there, folks. H Yang, thank you. Says thank you, Tony, for your hard work. I watch you every day. Thank you so much, H Yang. I appreciate you, man. All right, guys, we'll wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you sign up for my free email newsletter, 100% free. Follow me on all social media, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and check out our subscribers. It's going to be our sponsors, Uphold, BitGo, VeChain, links in the description. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all. I see there's now 1,000 people here, but it's been an hour, so I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, guys. I hope this was helpful. I appreciate you all. And as always, best of luck in this bull market. I hope you all make significant profits. And hopefully you make some life-changing money as well. I appreciate you all. Thank you for joining, and I'll talk to you all later.